Hey guys, this is Landon from 303. Yeah, I'm finally starting one of those how to mod videos. So what I'm gonna do is take this Duncan Freehand Zero. It's a small bearing. It's actually a light up Freehand Zero body. Not that that makes a difference, but it is one of the newer pre-recessed ones. And I'm going to just deepen the recess. So we'll start off. I've already got the caps off. You take it apart. Put your hardware somewhere where you'll remember it. I like to put everything back onto the axle and just thread the nut on there and then set that somewhere where it won't roll away. Whatever. So what we're going to do is basically take this sticker recess and make it deeper than it already is. So let's get an idea of what we're working with here. Stock, I use inches because my lathe is, all the dial readout gauges are in inches, so sorry if you're metric friendly. Stock, the sticker is about 17 thousandths thick, or about 0.4 millimeter. And then your recess depth, that is 36 thou, or 0.92 millimeter. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that deeper so we can put silicone in it. Probably about 80 thousandths, which will be 2 millimeters deep. So the tool I'm using here is a home ground high-speed steel cutter. I just bought tool blank from Harbor Freight and ground it myself. And before I start, I'm just gonna grind it and make sure it has a real sharp edge so that the plastic won't melt or get burnt or anything like that. It'll just have a really nice finish cut on it. Alright, so now we've got a really sharp, fine edge on there, and that'll really trim the plastic out nicely. So we're going to put that into the tool post of the lathe, tighten her down. Oops. Meanwhile, the grinder's still slowing down. Next step is you chuck your yo-yo half into the chuck, turn it on, and I just like to make sure it's spinning concentric and true, and when we cut it, it's not going to be bad. So the next step is to get your cutting bit flush with the face of the yo-yo. And this way the bottom of your silicone groove is going to be parallel with the wall of the yo-yo. And you'll have an even depth when you do it that way. In other words, if you had it at an angle, you would have a pad that was sticking out more toward the center or more toward the outer than it is on the other side, vice versa. I might need to draw something for that. Message me or whatever if you've got a question. So this one I've got the sticker on still. I'm just going to start cutting with the sticker on because the cutting bit will just tear it right off and I won't have to pick at it for a minute like I did earlier. So we'll start off. Come over on this side, actually. Yeah. First step is to find your zero. So I set this to 0, and this actually moves independent of the actual dial. So I set it at 0, and then I pinch it, and I move in until it just touches the plastic. You can see some shavings coming off there. So now we move it in on the y-axis. Here in. There, I just cut through the sticker. And there's 36,000, so now on the actual plastic of the yo-yo. So we're going to go to 80. So we just plunge in. There's another 40 thou, and we're at 80,000 deep. So now just looking at what I've done was cut one groove, and the width of the cutting tool is actually less wide than the width of the existing pre-recessed groove. So we're going to have to move it with this dial here backwards, cut the outer remnants of the plastic, and then move it back the other way and cut the inner remnants of the plastic. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. Alright. So now all we have is a little tiny, basically a burr that's left over from the sticker. I'll pull that out of the lathe so I can look at it a little better. So there's that, and that will actually just peel right off with your finger because it's just snugged up on there from the adhesive. And there you have it. That is a recess, or at least how I would do one. I am really not much left to do here other than maybe take one more pass on the bottom to trim that burr off where the several different plunges into the plastic weren't to the same depth. And another thing you can do is trim your burr right here and right here on this little lip. We'll go ahead and do that really quick just so you know how I go about doing it. So what I do is I come down until I'm touching, go a little more in, maybe like a thou, and then back up, come back. Now it's got a really nice even surface on the bottom. And then to get that burr off, to get this burr off, I come in really carefully with a razor and just kind of drag it. That'll peel that burr right off, and you'll have a nice non-string catching or cutting edge, so you can play over concrete with ease that the string won't snap and you'll have your yo-yo go flying and get torn up. But yeah, that's all there is to it really. Now the only thing left is to do the other half and fill it with silicone and you'll be good to go. So anyway, check back. I'm probably going to make some more videos soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and message me if you have any more questions or stuff like that. Thank you.